Welcome back. Graeme, can I just ask you this? There's quite a lot of people who say maybe these norms and standards are too inflexible, that maybe we're looking down the wrong thing here, that's not the solution. I mean, it's not just the ministry. I know that, oddly enough, the Premier of the Western Cape seems to have joined forces with the minister in this regard, but there are educationists who have said that's maybe not the critical question.
Look, norms and standards aren't everything, and I keep on saying that to Equal Education. That in the Eastern Cape we saw some beautiful schools where the principals were running them just like the old schools. And so having a beautiful school is not the beginning of the end.
That's what some educationists say.
But I do say, and that's one of my challenges to Equal Education, is come with a plan, come with the detail of when we're going to get what, so you can get the department to relax a little bit, that they don't have to fear that they're going to have to do it all tomorrow. But also come with a plan that shows that the toilets that exist at the moment don't give anyone dignity, which I do believe.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, Deputy Minister. I mean, the figures look really quite bleak. You may tell me my figures are wrong, and you're welcome to criticise them. But what I understand is there's some 3,500 schools with no electricity, 401 no water supply, 913 no toilets, 7,000 without fencing. And then there are a whole lot, almost 19,000, they don't even have a computer centre. I don't understand, why is it taking so long?
Well, you know, I think it's a very fair and legitimate concern, and we certainly share in your concern, Judge. The point here is basically the difficulties that we have, particularly in the Eastern Cape, are as a result of poor governance. Take the phenomenon of mud schools, which certainly is not regarded as desirable. It's something that has to be eliminated as a matter of utmost urgency. The phenomenon has been eliminated in 8 of the 9 provinces. It exists in the Eastern Cape as a result of bad governance. And this is why the focus, particularly with regard to the elimination of mud schools and the eradication of unsafe structures, is in the Eastern Cape. And obviously, we're going to be doing so in all the other provinces. So, for example, the Western Cape would be having 15 new structures in the current and coming year that is being established. Now, these are matters that have to be dealt with on a basis of urgency. What we're doing is we're pooling our resources. The National Department is, through its ACD program, ensuring that it eliminates mud schools and unsafe structures. It does what it has to do in relation to the provision of electricity and water.
By when?
And obviously, in doing so, with regard to the mud schools, the elimination of mud schools, indeed there were 49. We had difficulties with contractors, established contractors such as Armstrong, who are unable to complete 90%, well, most of the schools are at the stage of 90% completion. As I've indicated, and you can hold me to this, we're going to be delivering, in fact, we are delivering a school per week, a state-of-the-art school per week in the Eastern Cape.
But your critics say that, in fact, you promised, not you personally, but the department promised 100 new schools, and only 19 were built in the particular year in question. I mean, year after year, I mean, you had a 2 billion grant in the last financial year to improve school infrastructure, and you only spent 37.5%.
No. The difficulty out here is you've got to rely on external agencies who do the work for you.
Well,
so
get
where
better
you have,
ones.
for example, we've got everybody together. We've got DBSA, we've got Public Works, we've got Kura, we've got various entities. We went to the extent, and this is what I want to convey to the nation. The Deputy Minister of Finance, myself, Deputy Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development got together, went down to engage with the contractors to ensure that we accelerate the program. And I think our intervention has yielded positive results in terms of developing the capacity and an understanding of the urgency that is required. I think the delivery that we're seeing out here, at least 1 school per week, is as a result of the intervention. As I speak to you right now, we have 100 schools, in addition to those that are outstanding of the 49 that are being built in the Eastern Cape, and at least another 50 in other parts of the country.
All right, I wonder if
that certainly is indicative of accelerated infrastructure development.
How do you respond to that? That they're actually doing better now?
From what I saw, They will never.
When you saw from where, sorry?
From when I saw from the high profile that we sent to Eastern Cape,
yes,
that there were only few schools that were built, but there are more than 400 mud schools in the Eastern Cape. That is the fact. And we think that without norms and standards, this issue will be addressed very slowly, as they were not able
Why are the norms and standards, if you publish the norm and standards, why is that going to help you get people to construct schools better and quicker? The Deputy Minister is saying there are massive infrastructural problems, which may well not be the departments. Why are you obsessing about this rather than perhaps some of the other key issues?
As I said before, there are thousands of schools that lack with basic infrastructure resources, and these service delivery is violating their right to dignity, their right to education. And except for that, that norms and standards will have timelines that the MECs and the Department of Education are going to have to meet at the certain time to deliver these services.
So you're saying that the norms and standards have to have a set of timelines?
Yes.
Which have so far not been met, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll ask the Deputy Minister afterwards, but we have to have a break first.
News that moves. ENCA.com.